What's up, guys? Jumon Khan, and today we're going to be covering Ark. But before I get into that, it'd be really great if you could hit the subscribe button. It would help me out quite a bit and let me know that I need to keep making videos for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into Ark. So what's happening right now on the screen is I'm standing in front of the door to my little hut. Now I'm smashing the triangle button, trying to get the door open and trying to get in. I can't get in. So I figure out that, man, the server's lagging. And that's a huge problem this game has, is the server lag. Now I don't know if anything can really be done about that. I know in Rust, the lag is determined by how many buildings there are out there in the wild on the Rust map. And I don't know if the same thing applies to Ark or not. I know there are some alpha clans on the server I play on that have huge complexes, and there's a bunch of other little shit shacks like mine. So that could be one issue. But it brings up another issue and the topic of this video, actually. And that's paying to play early access games. That whole concept seems backward to me. Now, I, in my spare time, get paid to beta test games. I get early access to games, and I get to beta test them. I can't divulge what those games are because I have signed NDAs on each and every one of them. But they're top games from different companies that are major AAA title providers. One of the major problems with paying to play an early access game is it's not finished. It's glitchy, and you're basically paying the dev to beta test their game for them. And that just doesn't make sense to me. Now there's a lot of stuff in gaming that doesn't make sense to me right now, but I want to stay on topic, and the topic of this video is Ark and early access games as a paid service. Now, the idea of early access games as a paid service comes from the PC space. Like a lot of things that have been coming to the console space in the last few years, especially with this gen. Obviously, I'm using my PS4 right now to make videos about games to upload to YouTube. So there's some good things that have come from PC to console gaming, and then there are some not so good things that have come from PC to console gaming. And one of those things is early access. It's a garbage idea that for some reason people find interesting and great, and I just don't get it. I'm paying for an unfinished game that I have no idea if it's ever going to be finished, if they're actually going to work on it to the point where they can finish it, because it just seems like, let's take Wildcard for instance. Wildcard came up with Primitive Plus for Ark. Before they even finished the base game, they came up with Primitive Plus. Then they came out with Scorched Earth, which was another expansion they were obviously working on instead of working on finishing the base game. Now, they got into a little bit of trouble because it's an early access game and they were trying to sell the expansion, and that just wasn't flying, so there's still some hope for PC players. But they now have another expansion, Ragnarok. And it's like, are you guys ever going to fucking finish your game first? Or are you just going to keep adding content in to hopefully keep selling more copies of the game, even though you haven't finished it and it's not even at early access yet? And that is my fear, is that, yes, AAA games come out broken, even though they've been beta tested. Obviously, I've already told you I'm a paid beta tester. But the thing about AAA titles coming out in an unfinished state or broken or glitched or what have you is, I'm looking at you Assassin's Creed Unity and you Destiny, is those devs then have a sense of, oh crap, we need to fix this, and we plan to fix it. Now, a lot of games get away with doing a day one patch, which doesn't fix everything, but it generally fixes a lot of problems, and then they keep patching it over time. The same patches happen in the early access space, but those patches are usually to fix exploits in the game, not problems with the game, from my experience. And the server lag in Ark is a perfect one. They put out this massive patch that was supposed to fix things. It didn't really fix things. I did notice it wiped out some of the stuff that I had built on a server. But other than fixing stuff, I don't really see anything is fixed. I still get the same lag, even though I'm playing this and you can see the glitching happen. Those aren't jump cuts, those are glitches. This is when there were this is 8 a.m. in the morning. There's 5 people or 4 plus me, so 5 people, 4 other people on this server, and this is the lag I'm getting. Now you see I had to go to that water several times or I was going to dehydrate and die. Again for the 9th time because the dinosaurs are retardedly aggressive and everywhere. So there you see I'm trying to get out of the water and I glitch right back to it. Now there comes a point where you're going to see me run up to something and I'm just going to stand there. And what I'm doing is I'm waiting to see if the server is going to catch up. And then this jump cut is, I edited out quite a bit of that. There was several minutes of me standing there waiting because even though I was standing there, I was still getting server lag and I couldn't tell. So I cut some of that out. But that's the problem, is are these games ever going to be finished? And it's a little bit off topic, yes and no, but Paladins is another game that's in early access. It is in beta, and it says it's tagged as being in beta. But I can let Paladins slide for one reason, and you can call me a hypocrite if you want to, but it gets a free pass because it's free to play. I didn't have to pay to play the game. I could grind my way to all the stuff that's in it, which, again, that's another developer that is putting out content before they've even finished the game to release it as a finished product. So, but they're still putting out more content for it. I think they just released a new hero, and then for the 4th of July they released some flare packs or whatever they call it. How about you stop working on that stuff and finish your damn game? Now, I'm not going to be too hard on it because it is free to play, but Ark, I paid $54 for Ark, man. I want there to be patches to fix server lag. I want there to be patches to fix, other problems that the game has, especially with like hit collision and hit detection and that kind of stuff. I've had dinosaurs' heads pop in through the wall, through my building, and kill me, chomping me through the wall because their heads popped in. Jesus Christ, I logged on yesterday to capture this footage, and I had been killed by a velociraptor. I was inside my building when I logged out of the server. But when I logged in, the game had randomly spawned a fucking velociraptor in my building. And when I got up out of bed to figure out what happened, it killed me instantly, then broke my storage cabinet, my little fire campfire, and destroyed my bed. And I was lucky that's all it destroyed because I had enough materials inside the storage cabinet to fix all that. If I didn't, I'd have been screwed. But I lost the bow, the arrows, the fruit, berries, the wood, the stone, the hatchet, all the stuff that I had on my body. I lost all that when it killed me, when it spawned into my little building. So these are major problems that this game really needs to address and fix. Now, that's my take on early access. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about early access and how you feel about it. I personally feel it's a step backward for gaming, and I don't see why people are excited about it. You may have a different opinion, and I'd be interested to hear that and have a discussion on this topic. Thanks again, and be sure to subscribe.